Okay, and today we're going to welcome, and we are going to use some shells that some of the ladies sent me off of the Facebook page. This one, don't know the name of it, but it's the little shell that is like that. But I'm going to be using the back side because they're purple inside, so I'm going to be using those. Then I have these, and so I've already put some of these on that way they could dry, but I'm going to be using these. These are the ones that me and my sister and sister-in-law dug up out of the lake here. And usually I didn't mean dig, we scrounged them off the surface of the sand. Sometimes you can find the bigger shells like this. We haven't had much luck, but I'm not digging with a shovel. We gotta wait for the water to go down, and then sometimes it ends up being this. They're terrible, but we pick them anyways. We find all kinds of stuff. But today I'm using those little shells and then these. Now, these here, I've already glued them down with Eileen's tacky glue. I've already glued them down, and these, and I glued them at an angle so that they kind of are up a little bit, you know, just to give them a little bit of depth. I glued them down 2 days ago. There was a couple of them that were loose, so I had some little parties to go to, so I went to the parties. Anyways, we had a wine tasting singo party last night. That was fun. We had a good time. Some of the songs I didn't know because they were 90s. My kids would have nailed it, but now I got these. I think these are green lipid mussels. They are so pretty. I also got those from a lady off of my little Facebook page that I go to. She sent me all kinds, all sizes. Now, what I'm trying to do, I didn't have these when I put it together, so what I'm trying to do is kind of make them look like that because I wanted a teal color. So what I did was, after they were all glued down, I took my trusty little Q-tip, I dipped it in the bag, and then I did it all inside the shells. And it stuck good. It stuck good. There's a lot of powder down in there, but what I don't want to happen is when I put the UV resin, I don't want it to get really dark. So I might have a major screw up here before it's over with, but you know, I guess I'm the master of fixing screw ups. But this is the teal that I got online from Counterculture DIY, counterculturediy.com, and they were like $2 for this big old package. And I got other colors. I got a big thing of alcohol ink, which is lake blue. I got honey to make the bee honey with. I got this beautiful sonic color, beautiful. And I'll put a picture of all this stuff. And then I got this red dragon. My son wants me to make a paint pour with geodes and all that kind of stuff. And I cannot find a crimson red. I can find red, but he wants crimson red. He likes that deep, pretty red, almost like a candy apple red. So hopefully that dragon color is going to be what we want. Okay, what we're going to start out with doing is, and I'm going to be using these. I got these off of, these might have come from Temu or Amazon. I don't know. Some of this stuff I've had laying around. And then I have a little tiny bag of pearls somewhere. Little bitty pearls. Oh, what did I do with them? Little tiny white pearls that I got off of here they are. Little bitty tiny white pearls. You've seen me use them. Off of a necklace that my friend Paula gave me, and I tore the necklace all up. You know, it don't mean anything to me. I'm gonna tear it up and use all the pieces. I might use some of the little shells that I use, like this. Those come from my other sister from Hawaii. And there's all kinds in there. There's like little polka dotted ones. There's like little zebra and white and brown. but I don't know what I'm gonna use. So what I did was I spread my Teal Twinkle mica powder all in there. Then I blew out the excess, and then I did my mica powder. It's a pearl white mica powder just on my fingertips, and I rubbed it on the edges. It's okay, but what I'm gonna go back and do is I'm going to go back and put Mod Podge on the edges, then come back with the mica powder once it dries, and I'm going to put the mica powder on there, and that way it'll stay. So when I go back in and brush it with my brush and my UV resin, no name, I don't know what the name of that is. It's just a resin I ordered off of Amazon. I got like 5 bottles, but it is the hard type. They have different types, and some of them are flexible. I want the hard type because I want it to be hard, you know, self-explanatory. So what I'm going to do first is I am going to do my UV resin all over these. I am just going to drizzle it on there and let it go where it needs to go, just to set them in way up high so you get a good drizzle. Oh yeah, it's making a pretty color. Be sure you get them all. Then I'm going to come back with my trusty little brush that is like cheapo brush and smear it around. And if these brush gets hard, I don't care. I got a bunch of them. I bought them by the pack full. They're not very soft. I need to chunk them and get out some new ones, but all I'm trying to do now, ooh, that's a pretty color. Yeah, see that color? It's starting to come out. I'm gonna let it run a little bit. Let's see if I can just get it to run and pick up get it over here. You're not dried, but you're gonna have to dry. Okay. I'm just putting it in there. There it is. Can you see it better? There's little stones are in there. Yeah, there we go. Just enough glimmer. And I'm going to come back with the mica powder over the edges. And then I'm going to do probably, I don't know if I'm going to do sand or moss around the bottom. I don't know what I'm going to do, but that's what I'm going to do. But these are the things I used. Let's Resin has a really good one. Mica powder, white mica powder, these little beads. Eileen's tacky glue to glue everything down. This is what I put in. That's counterculture.diy.com, and they have all kinds of stuff. Alcohol inks, everything. And you can make your own alcohol inks out of kids' finger paint, not finger paints, but kids' paint palettes and alcohol. Mix it together, suck it up with the and we got these. Me and my sister-in-law got these, and my sister got these off the lake bottom. And then these. I bought those. And then the lipids, did I show you the green mussel lipid? That's what I was trying to imitate here. I got pretty close. So, I think that's what I've showed everything that I used. Okay. Y'all have a nice day. Like and comment. Tell me what you think so I know what's going on. Okay? Y'all have a nice day. Bye. And we got these. Me and my sister-in-law got these. And my sister got these off the lake bottom. And then these. I bought those. And then the lipids, did I show you the green mussel lipid? That's what I was trying to imitate here. I got pretty close. So, I think that's what I've showed everything that I used. Okay. Y'all have a nice day. Like and comment. Tell me what you think so I know what's going on. Okay? Y'all have a nice day.